Okay, guys, we are live, so let's begin. So, hey everyone, I'm Harshal Jain, your mentor at Geeks for Geeks, and guys, in this video, we are going to discuss everything about Python, like how you can start with Python and what things are useful. Like you can use Python for web development and machine learning, etc. And we would be making it specific to machine learning. That means there are multiple specializations of Python, but we'll make it useful for machine learning for now. But yeah, you can explore it for web development and other fields too. Okay, so I'll be first of all starting with the basic roadmap which is needed to learn Python. Then I'll be shifting to different specializations. You can do this, you can do this, either you can do this with Python. Then we are going to make it specific about machine learning. Okay, so that's how the video goes, right? So let's begin. So first of all, what is Python? So Python is basically a versatile programming language with a wide range of uses across various fields. So here are some of the most common applications which you would see people using Python for. Okay, so the first application would be, I would say, web development. Okay, it's widely used in web development because its capabilities in backend part and the front end part, you can simply integrate the backend easily with the front end because the backend is built on the Django framework. Okay, either you would be using Node.js or you would be using PHP, or you can use Django or Flask. Okay, so these Django or Flask are basically frameworks of Python, right? Interesting. So basically, if you know Python, you can easily build a backend of a website. So it's very easy to use, and then you can use this backend with any front end framework like React.js, or you can use this with simple HTML, CSS, JavaScript, right? So the backend can be easily built using Python, and you know that things which can be made using Python can easily have machine learning and so different things. Okay, so you can easily integrate, make any type of AI based application, AI based website if you have Python backend, right? So that's the benefit of having Python. You can make the same things using JavaScript also. If you are planning to make AI based applications, you can do the same things using JavaScript. That's also fine. But with the help of Python, you have a lot of libraries and packages which make it easy to use, and it has more features than normal JavaScript. Okay, you can have a JavaScript backend like Node.js, but for AI based applications, mostly we have Python backend. Although some people use multiple backends too for a single application, like you would be having two backends. One backend would be of Node.js, one backend would be of Python, and they are interconnected somehow, right? So that can also be done, but the majority machine learning part, AI part is handled in the Python backend, right? So it handles everything from routing to templating and databases. Okay, so you can have any type of database. You can either have a database in MongoDB or you can have a database in MySQL. That's separate, but the main backend part can be built in Django or Flask, which are frameworks of Python, right? So the first use of Python is web development. Then the second use of Python is data analysis and visualization. So if I give you a scenario, right now, in a lot of companies are actually having a lot of data, right? So they need people who can actually analyze the data. Okay, they can actually differentiate. Okay, this month in the Diwali month. Okay, right now in India, on around 29 or 30, I guess we have Diwali festival, right? So at that specific point of time, the sales of a company would generally go high. Okay, how are we able to predict this? Not by a mind. It's like we generally see there are a lot of sales in companies, and we know, okay, the sales would generally go high. So that's what analysis would be linked to. Okay, so a lot of companies actually get the sales data. They would say, okay, on August this was the sale, and on September this was the sale, and on October this was the sale. So I can actually say that on October I got my highest sales. Okay, so on October, I can sell my best products, I can give more benefits to people so that my sale increases, right? And what actually made my sale increase in October? There can be multiple reasons. I can apply some of the reasons to my previous months. Okay, so that's how you analyze things, you analyze the data, right? So we actually have a lot of libraries in Python, packages in Python. Some of them are Python pandas, NumPy, and SciPy. Okay, so these are widely used Python libraries for data analysis and manipulation. So you can also learn graph libraries, right? Like we have Matplotlib, Seaborn, and Plotly, which are popular graphs and visualization libraries, right? Then the data scientists also use Python for exploratory data analysis, that is EDA, which you would see in machine learning part. Then we can also use it for cleaning data sets and creating interactive plots. What do I mean by cleaning data sets? Cleaning data sets simply means that suppose you have a data of 1 crore people, okay, and you need phone numbers of each. Suppose one person doesn't have provided their phone number, so you can clean that data because we don't pass null values, we don't pass empty values. So you can clean that data for visualization, right? That means you can remove that data or you can pass some temporary value and so on, right? So that's what cleaning is for. Then guys, Python is used for machine learning and AI. So Python is one of the top languages for machine learning and artificial intelligence due to its libraries, compatibility with libraries like TensorFlow, PyTorch, Scikit-learn, and Keras. Then it also enables tasks like natural language processing, NLP, image recognition, and building recommendation systems, right? So Python is very useful in the machine learning and AI part because we have a lot of compatible things built for it, right? Then we can also use it for automation or scripting. So we can build automated softwares or different things using Python. Then developers use Python to create scripts for automating daily tasks. Then guys, Python is also used for scientific computing. So researchers and engineers use Python for tasks like simulations, data modeling, and solving complex mathematical problems, right? Then we can also use it for game development, not that much vast, but yeah, it has libraries like Pygame. As per I know, okay, I have used Pygame, so there might be some more better options, but yeah, you have built-in libraries, you have other libraries. One of them is Pygame, which allows developers to create simple games, multimedia applications, right? Then we can also use Python in DevOps and cloud computing. That means cloud computing is generally based on Linux, but yeah, you can pass your Python backend and different kind of things to AWS or Google Cloud if you have Python SDKs, right? So basically, you can just upload your Python code to these cloud platforms like AWS and Google Cloud, right? Then we can say Python is also useful in cyber security. So Python is widely used in cyber security for testing, network scanning, and analyzing malware. Then guys, we can build GUI applications. Then we can also use blockchain and cryptocurrency. We can use Python in blockchain and cryptocurrency. So Python is used in blockchain development for interacting with cryptocurrencies, and we have libraries like web3.py or PyEthereum, right? So it's widely used. You can see lots of uses of Python are actually there, right? So we have some live comments here. Hi work Romit, Hari Krishnan, hello. In 2025, Python with career is boom. Yeah, actually Python is something which would grow every year. I think it's gonna grow every year because first of all, the future is machine learning and AI, right? And data science. So basically, it's mostly the most useful language right now is Python, or we right now also have the R language. Okay, so either you can learn Python or you can learn R language. Right now, R language does not have that much resources, so you can properly learn Python right now. So Python is really popular, first of all, and also it has the one thing which is needed for our future, that is the support for machine learning and AI with very easy syntax, very beginner friendly syntax. So that's why Python is something which any developer can easily learn. That means it has a lot of more development probability. Okay, so basically, yeah, I would say Python has a very good career boom. Okay, Python can give you a very good career boom, right? So now guys, I have discussed some basic uses of Python. That means actually extreme uses of Python. We discuss its use in machine learning, web development, blockchain, etc. Now guys, we're going to discuss first of all the basic roadmap of Python, then we're going to make it specific to machine learning. Okay, pretty simple. Okay, we're gonna keep this roadmap pretty simple, right? I'm not going to make it very much complicated for you all. Okay, so if I talk about just Python, okay guys, just give me a minute. Okay, so let's continue. So first of all, guys, I'm going to discuss the basic roadmap of Python. So we generally have these four steps. Okay, basics, intermediate, advanced, and specialization. Right? These four steps are there for Python. Now in basics, you basically learn to give the Python syntax and so on. Then in the intermediate level, you learn about some data structures. Then in the advanced level, you learn about OOPS, and you can also use it for web development. You can write different things, right? Then we have specialization. So in specialization, you can specialize it for data science or game development or AI ML or web development and so on. So now guys, we're going to discuss it each of them one by one. Okay, so I'm gonna write it, draw it actually. All right, so first of all, we are gonna simply say we are gonna talk about Python, right? So I'm just gonna write here only Python. What is Python? Python is a simple programming language, right? Right now we know this. Python is a simple programming language. We right now don't know how is it used in other things, okay? But we know that Python is a programming language. And as a beginner, I want to learn Python. Okay, I want to learn Python. So how I am gonna learn Python? So first of all, the first step which I talked about is basics. So if I talk about basics, if I talk about basics, the basics simply use a few things. Okay, in any programming language, you learn about very few things. In the beginner level, it's like all of the, or if you learn C++ or if you learn C or if you learn Java, generally you learn what in the basics part. You learn about the syntax, how to write the code. Okay, so the first thing which you learn is syntax, right? Then the second thing which you learn is what you learn about variables, how you can define the variables. Okay, variables, what is the size of variables and so on. Okay, then you learn about data types like integer data type or character data type or string data type. So you are gonna learn about data types, right? Then guys, you are gonna learn about operators. That means plus operator, minus operator, into multiplication operator, division operator. So operators, right? Then you're gonna learn about what? Then you're gonna learn about control structures like if, else, for loop, while loop, break statement, continue statement, and pass statement. Okay, so I'm just gonna write here control structures, right? So this is what we are going to learn as a beginner. Okay, as a beginner, you're going to learn this much, and I don't think so. A lot of days are needed to learn this much. In very few days, very less days, you can actually learn this much because these are really easy topics. Okay, now you know the basics of Python. Okay, now guys, I'm gonna talk about some intermediate level things. Okay, which you're gonna learn. Okay, so let's discuss them. So now I'm gonna talk about intermediate level things. So let's write it. So INTER, mediate. Okay, right? Intermediate. So first of all, you're gonna learn about data structures. Okay, so data structures, right? You're gonna learn about different data structures like we have lists, we have tuples, we have sets and dictionaries in Python. Then we have list comprehension. Then we have string manipulation. So we have different types of data structures in Python. We're gonna learn that. Then after that, guys, we're gonna learn about functions. Okay, how to write functions, how to write recursive functions in Python. So basically, you're gonna learn about functions. Okay. So you're going to learn about functions. So you can just say how to define functions. You're going to learn about the recursive function. Then you can also learn about lambda functions, which is anonymous functions. It's a term in Python, right? Then we have modules and libraries. So you're going to learn about different modules and libraries. You're going to use them. If I Let me just write them first. Modules and libraries. Okay, if I talk about some modules and libraries, which is math, random, datetime, these are some modules and libraries which you would learn. Then you'll also learn about pip, which is a Python package manager which allows you to install modules and libraries, right? Then guys, you are gonna learn about file handling. That means how you can create a file, how you can manipulate a file, read a file, delete a file. That means CRUD operations. CRUD file handling. Okay, so you're gonna learn about CRUD operations. So apart from this, you can learn about more things, but in the intermediate level, this is fine. Okay, so one thing, guys, which I'm gonna say is for the beginner level, you can't make any projects. But if you have reached the intermediate level, then what you can do is you can make different projects. Okay, you can make some projects here. So let me just write the project names. I'll just write the names here. So one of the project which I would say is you can make a calculator, simple calculator. Okay, that means 1 plus 1 equals 2, that type of calculator. So you can make this project. Okay, this is very good project which you can make. And the second project is to do app. Okay, so to do list app, it's a simple application which would allow you to do tasks. So you can make these two projects using this much of knowledge, right? This is it. What are the roles if we are from non-tech experience background? Okay, I would say that if you're non-tech experience background, Python, no, there are actually not that much roles. Okay, because specifically Python is used for technical stuff only. Okay, either it's machine learning or AI stuff or web development, or even if you are just learning DSA, it's totally technical role, right? It's not for non-technical people. But yeah, you can use it for general things, like if even if you're a commerce student and you are working on a company, or you have a company and where you are specifically working on some sales role, okay, or some management role, and you have to show different graphs. In that case, you can learn Python, and then you can use the graphs and packages which it gives to show different types of graphs. In that case, it would be useful for non-technical people, but still you would have to learn Python for it. That means you would have to learn technical stuff for it, right? So Python itself is a technical language, right? Okay, so now let's continue with the next thing, which is what? Which is the advanced topics. Okay, so in advanced topics we have what? So I'm gonna just write a few advanced topics here. So one of okay, first of all, let's write here. So advanced topics. Okay, so the first topic which we have is OOPS. So object oriented programming is very important. Okay, so you're going to learn about object oriented programming in Python. Okay, then you would be learning about error handling. Okay, that means try, catch, try, except, finally. Okay, so you're going to learn about error handling, right? Then guys, you're going to learn about functional programming. That means you're going to use map, filter, reduce, then you're going to use reducers. Okay, that means you're going to learn about some specific functions. Okay, specific inbuilt functions. Okay, so functional programming, right? Then guys, you're going to learn about working with libraries like NumPy, which are really useful for machine learning. NumPy, pandas, and matplotlib, and if you have one more thing which is Seaborn. Okay, so you can learn these libraries. Okay, you won't need much time to learn these, but yeah, the syntax is something which you would need to practice a lot so that you can remember it whenever needed. Okay, you don't need to learn the exact syntax, but you know, okay, if this is the task, I have to plot this type of graph, then what kind of graph is available in matplotlib. Okay, something like that, right? So now after this, after learning this much, you can use Python. Okay, you can use Python in different things. Okay, so you can use Python for specialization. So now I'm going to talk about specialization. Okay, so specialization in Python, it's pretty simple concept. Let me just write it here. So specialization. Okay, so specialization in Python. So we're going to talk about some different specializations we have. First of all, the first specialization is data science. Okay, the first specialization is data science. You can use Python for data science. We have libraries like NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, scikit-learn. We can learn machine learning concepts and work on algorithms like linear regression, clustering, and classification. Okay, so you can use it for data science. Okay, so you can go for data science roadmap, or else what you can do is you can go for automation. Okay, you can go for automation. So let me just write it here. That means you can make automatic softwares using Python. Okay, then guys, you can use it specifically for AI and ML. Okay, right? Then guys, you can use it for game development. Okay, right? And also you can use it in cloud computing and DevOps. Right? So these are all the uses of Python which you can do now. Okay, you can use Python for all these different things, right? So these are all the things. Now what you can do is you have learned Python. Now you have to pick a specialization. So that's totally up to you. You have to become a data science engineer, or you can use it for automation and scripting. One thing which I missed here is web development, very important one. So let me just write here web development. Okay. So yes, all these things. Now that's totally up to you. Either you want to become a web developer or a data science engineer, or you have to go for automation and scripting, or you can go for game development, or you can go for cloud and DevOps, or you can go for artificial intelligence and machine learning. So now guys, we're gonna focus on this one, okay? Because we are keeping the video limited to machine learning and AI, okay? So we are going to now talk about this one, the roadmap of this one, okay? Right. So guys, first of all, we're gonna talk about what is machine learning. Okay, so what is machine learning? It's pretty simple, right? It's like you would say you are training a kid. Okay, you are giving some different algorithms. You are basically training a kid. Okay, that means you are telling a machine to do some kind of instructions, and it would do very easily. Okay, without telling you again and again. Okay, so you can actually give computer lots of data. Okay, you can give a lots of data. That means uh, like it's a child. Okay, you can give it lots of data. Okay, so if you give it lots of data, then the computer would learn from the data and make predictions. Okay, so it's like you give the data of January, February, March, April, May, June. Suppose for 5 6 months you give the data, right? And then what do you expect is, suppose in January the sales were high, in June the sales were high, and rest other months the sales weren't high. Okay, so what can I expect? Why is this happening? Okay, so maybe there can be because of the weather, that is during the summer my sales are very low. Okay, maybe in the rainy season or in some other seasons my sales are high, or maybe there are some other climatic conditions, right? So different conditions can be judged with the help of the data, and then the machine learning model can easily predict this month what could be your sales, what are your future predictions. Okay, that means it can make predictions. It can make predictions. That means in the month of July, what can be your sale? Okay, you have data till June. In the month of July, what can be your sales? Okay, will it be high or low? Okay, so that can be done with the help of this machine learning concepts. Okay, so now guys, I'm gonna discuss about machine learning roadmap. So very simple roadmap. So we're gonna discuss it step by step. You need to know Python first. Okay, so assuming that you watched till now, that means assuming that now you know Python till now. Okay, so first thing in machine learning is maths. Anyone who is not good at maths, I would say please learn maths. Okay, because without maths you would be just knowing the commands in machine learning. You can use the algorithms directly, but if you know the maths you can build your own algorithms, you can build different things, or you can use some set of algorithms to build something bigger, right? So first of all we need to know mathematics. Okay, so I am gonna first of all show you something. Right. So this is a simple roadmap which I have created for you all. First of all is the mathematics. Okay, you're gonna learn mathematics. You need to learn algebra and calculus, right? Very important. And you also need to learn about probability and statistics. Then, guys, you need to learn a programming language, which is we already know Python, or you can go for R language also, but we are going to use Python. Okay, so Python, we know Python, right? Then guys, you're going to learn about machine learning algorithms. So there are different algorithms. We have unsupervised learning algorithms like clustering algorithm, anomaly detection. Then we have k-means clustering. Then we have supervised learning. Okay, you can learn supervised learning algorithms like regression, linear regression, logistic regression, etc. Then you can also learn about classification algorithms like k nearest neighbors and decision trees and random forest and support vector machines, right? Then we have some advanced topics in machine learning. Okay, so in advanced topics in machine learning you're going to learn about deep learning and neural networks, right? Then if I talk about deployment, so deployment simply means how to deploy your machine learning model so it can be used continuously, right? So we can actually deploy it on Flask, Django, and we can use fast API also. All these are frameworks of Python, right? So we can deploy it there. Then we can make different projects. That means we can use our machine learning knowledge into some kind of projects. So you can make projects like image recognition or NLP project, okay, natural language processing project, and sentimental analysis. Okay, you can make project like you gave them mic audio. Okay, you are speaking something and the machine learning model will predict either you are happy, sad, or you have something. Okay, or you can make one more project which I made in my college is I made a project where you can just click picture of your sky. Okay, any different places of sky. I trained the model first, then it would simply tell you what's the air quality index. Okay, that means are you living in a beautiful city with good air quality index, or are you living in some other place? Okay, so if I go to Delhi the AQI would be bad, but if I go to some some hill station the AQI would be good. Okay, so according to the photos it's gonna judge, okay, what's the AQI of your current location, right? So you can make these kind of projects. You can also make fraud detection projects, which is a lot of use in sales and Gmail and different kind of applications, right? Then we can make a website where we can keep our own projects also. Okay, so whatever projects you have, you can keep it in a single website. You can either create a portfolio website, or you can just create links of those projects which you have created and host it and deploy it somewhere. You can just show it into a link tree and so on. Okay, and after that the sky is the limit. You can just learn as much as you want. You can follow different people, different communities. You can follow different YouTubers, or if you can follow people like Elon Musk on LinkedIn, so that you know, okay, what's trending right now. You can also follow people related totally to AI, like we have Sam Altman. Okay, different people, so you know that what's the thing. Okay, and now you have learned this much, so this is totally up to you how much you're gonna scale from here. Okay, but yeah, if I talk about general salary, so if I talk about India, it's around 10 to 15 lakh per year. Okay, 10 to 15 lakh per year as per I know for machine learning and AI. Okay, so this is it. Now, guys, we're gonna talk each of them one by one. Okay, so I'm gonna write each of them one by one. Hello, I just joined the group. Please feel free to answer this later. And I need to talk to you about something very specific about mobile game development. If possible, please. Okay, definitely. You can just ask me whatever you want. Uh, Valentine. Okay. So, Valentine, if I talk about my own knowledge of mobile game development, so I basically have built mobile applications for Kotlin using Kotlin. Okay, or else I have used React Native. Okay, so if you are someone who is either using Kotlin or React Native, then I'm the right person who can answer your queries. But if you are using something else, so I might not be able to answer that. Yes, how long will this course be? This is not a course. This is just a video talking about Python. Okay, we are not taking any course. We are not. I'm not teaching you that specific points of Python. I'm just telling you what you need to learn in Python. Okay, so this is not a course. All right, guys. So now whatever topics we discuss, I'm gonna write them one by one, and I'm gonna differentiate what you need to learn. Okay. So first of all, I talked about is mathematics. Okay. So now, guys, we're gonna talk about mathematics. What you need to learn in mathematics, right? So now we are talking about machine learning stuff. Okay. So first thing is you need to learn about mathematics. Okay. So in mathematics, generally, it is advised to be good at linear algebra and calculus. Okay, linear algebra and calculus, right? In linear algebra, you are going to learn about linear regression, linear transformation, matrix, and linear equations, and vectors and matrices, right? Then if I talk about in calculus, what you need to learn. So in calculus, the topic which I was very weak at is differentiation. Okay, so I was the weakest guy there, but yeah, with time I learned it in schools and also in colleges. Then yeah, I'm pretty much average or more than average in it. Okay, so yeah, you need to learn about differentiation, multivariable calculus. Then you're gonna learn about maxima and minima. Then you're gonna learn about log, sigmoid, and ReLU function, right? So these are all the things you're going to learn in algebra and calculus. Basically, you have to learn complete algebra and calculus. Okay, complete algebra and calculus. Then the second thing which you need to know is probability and statistics. Okay, very important. Probability and statistics. So probability and statistics, which is a very important topic, and again, this was the topic which I missed out as a school guy. Okay, when I was in school, I just hated these topics. I was like, what's the use of these things? Okay, what's the use of learning math? But as we grow up, we realize that it's really useful if you want to become a programmer, if you are in computer field, if you are in IT field, then mathematics is really important, and especially if you want to become a AI ML engineer, math is very important, especially these topics. Okay, these four topics I would say. Okay, so inside this you're gonna learn about hypothesis testing, statistical theories, and then you're gonna learn about regression analysis, conditional probability, and probability distributions, different kind of things. Okay, basically you have to learn the complete probability and statistics. Okay, so there are different playlists available on YouTube. You can just check out those playlists, right? Is this for game development? I'm very new at this. No, no, no. It's not for game development. It's specifically for Python, right? Sir, ML with Python course. Okay, so I would say if you want to learn ML, there are different courses which I have seen. Okay, so generally, what I do is I just go to YouTube. Okay, I just go to YouTube and just search for the best ML courses. Okay, so I would suggest one channel which is Campus X. Okay, so Campus X is a good channel which has ML projects as well as ML tutorials. Okay, so Campus X is one good project, one good channel, YouTube channel. And the second one is you can go to a channel named as Code Basics. That's also a very good channel for learning machine learning, right? And apart from that, if you want to purchase courses, then you can look into the website of Geeks for Geeks also. You would find some courses here. Okay, Right now, we don't have dedicated playlist for machine learning, but we have some projects of machine learning. So you can just check out the Geeks for Geeks channel. You can just get there. Okay. So if I talk about courses, you can just go there, all courses, and you can just search for machine learning. You would find different courses. Okay, so you can see complete machine learning and data science program, right? So you can check out these courses. But first of all, I would say before purchasing any course, either here or in any website, any other paid course, please check out the free stuff available on YouTube. If you are comfortable, okay, if you are comfortable, then only purchase any course. Okay, it's like right now you are excited about machine learning and AI, but you watched it on YouTube and you're not feeling that much great, it's too difficult, or I want to do something else, then you can decide you have to purchase the course, or you don't have to purchase the course. But first I would say at least learn some basics from free resources like YouTube. Okay, but if you are feeling it too difficult, but you have to, even if you have to learn it, okay, learning is compulsory, then what you can do is you can purchase courses, right? So one course which I know is this one, other course which I know is from Code Basics. Okay, so these two courses are great if you want to purchase courses, right? Okay, Shailendra sir ki DSA playlist. Oh, actually I'm not sure who is Shailendra sir. uh, Okay, so if you're talking about DSA, I actually learned DSA from Striver, so you can check out his channel, and also you can check out Sandeep Sir's playlist. Okay, so Sandeep Sir's playlist is available in Geeks for Geeks channel, okay, where he has taught some algorithms of DSA. Okay, so you can check out that, and also you can check out Striver's DSA playlist, right? So let's continue now. Where were we? We were on machine learning. Okay, so let's continue. And here guys, we talked about mathematics. Okay, so these topics you need to know in mathematics. Then we're gonna talk about programming language. Okay, so programming language, so you need to learn a programming language, which is what? So we are going to either learn Python, or you are either going to learn our language. Okay, but generally I would suggest is you need to learn Python. Okay, because Python is easy. Right now we don't have that much resources for our language, so you can go with Python. Okay, so you can learn Python programming language, right? Then guys, the next thing which you're gonna learn is you're gonna learn you're gonna learn different machine learning algorithms. So you're gonna learn about algorithms, machine learning specific algorithms, right? So inside this, you're going to learn about unsupervised machine learning algorithms and supervised machine learning algorithms, right? So unsupervised machine learning algorithms are those algorithms which contains um, clustering or visualization or anomaly detection. Okay, so you're going to learn about unsupervised machine learning algorithms. Then you're going to learn about supervised machine learning algorithms. Okay, so it contains regression and classification. In regression, you're going to learn about linear regression, uh, Poisson regression, and then you're going to learn about logistic regression. And in classification, you're going to learn about k nearest neighbor, decision trees, random forest, support vector machines. Okay, so this is covered in supervised learning. Okay, so these are the things which you're going to learn in algorithms. Then guys, you're going to learn about model evaluation. That means how your model is working. That means you're going to learn about cross validation, and you are also going to learn about performance metrics. Okay, so these are things which you're going to learn about in model evaluation. So model evaluation is really important. You need to learn about that. Okay, so whatever model you're gonna build using unsupervised and supervised, you're gonna learn you're gonna check that model in model evaluation, right? So you're gonna learn model evaluation just to check the efficiency of your model, right? Then guys, we have other important machine learning stuff, which is you're gonna learn about reinforcement learning. You're gonna learn about slope. What is slope? Okay, then you are going to learn about gradient descent. Okay, so these are all the things which you're gonna learn in machine learning in future once you learn this much. Okay, so reinforcement learning, then gradient descent, then you're gonna learn about slope also. Okay, so these are some extra stuff which you can run. Okay, then guys, you're gonna learn about advanced machine learning topics. Okay, so advanced topics which are really important, because without these there is no purpose. Okay, what you're gonna build? Okay, so the some more specialization, I would say, if you want to build more better projects, so you're gonna learn about topics from deep learning and neural networks. Okay, you're gonna learn these, right? Then guys, you're gonna learn about ensemble learning, right? Then guys, you're gonna learn about generative models. Okay, you're gonna learn about generative AI, okay, Gen AI, which is currently trending a lot, right? Then you're gonna learn about how to make recommendation systems, which a lot of e-commerce platforms or social media platforms are looking for. Okay, if you're this type of developers, you can actually then make these projects, and also you can apply for these companies very easily. You can showcase these type of projects. Then you're going to learn about time series analysis and forecasting, basically judging the previous data, the prediction. Okay, basically you're predicting the future based on the previous data, right? So these are the things which you can learn in advanced topics. Then guys, you're going to learn about you're gonna learn about deployment. Okay, so you how to deploy these projects, because people know machine learning. Okay, when I was in college, teachers taught what are the topics in machine learning, what is in machine learning, but the problem is they never know how to deploy things. Okay, that means how to make it useful for people. You can run the project on your computer, but how can whole world can see your project, whole world can run there on the website, the project on the website? So for that you need to host it. Okay, so you're gonna learn about Flask, Django, cloud services, fast API, and so on. Okay, so you need to learn about deployment is very important, so that you can deploy the machine learning projects. And again, Flask, Django, fast API are basically the frameworks of Python. Okay, so again, Python knowledge is needed for deployment, right? So then after that you can make different machine learning projects. So you can make different projects like you want to make fraud detection, right? You can make fraud detection project. You can make natural language project, or you can make image recognition project. Okay, different things, right? Then after that, the last thing is you are gonna explore more things. Okay, so the last thing is you're gonna explore more things. Exploring more things simply means you can go to LinkedIn, or you can go to platforms like Instagram or Quora, where you would see a lot of people are actually posting stuff related to it. Okay, so there are a lot of YouTube channels also which post latest happenings in the AI ML industry, right? So you can follow different people, you can learn new trends available in AI. Like right now there is some shift, a lot of shift in generative AI. Previously we didn't know about generative AI few years back, but right now there's this trend in generative AI. So how do I know that? Because I'm following people, right? So you can also follow different people, and then you would know that okay, this is the trend, I must learn this. Okay, I must learn generative AI. Okay, I must learn robotics and so on, right? So I hope you got my point, right? So these are all the things which you need to know. Then after this, you can apply for different roles using LinkedIn. Okay, I would prefer LinkedIn because it's really easy. Or you can go to different websites to actually apply for ML. Okay, ML engineer, right? So the salaries would be ranging from 10 to 15 lakhs in India, and in US I'm not sure, maybe more than 100K. Okay, right? So now guys, I hope you understood the basic roadmap of machine learning. Pretty simple roadmap, right? First thing is you learned about Python. Okay, you learned about Python, right? Basics, intermediate, and then advanced, right? Then we talked about specializations, what you can do with Python. Then in specific, if I talk about AI, ML, machine learning, first of all, you need to know mathematics, this much mathematics, then programming language, okay? Then you need to learn about some algorithms, some important algorithms of unsupervised learning and supervised learning. Then you need to know how to evaluate your model. Then you're going to learn about reinforcement learning, gradient descent, slope, etc. Then you're going to learn about advanced topics like deep learning, ensemble learning, generative AI, and recommendation system, time series, etc. Right? Then you're going to learn about deployment, and you're going to create projects, and you're going to learn more in what's happening in the AI industry. Right? So guys, that's the simple roadmap which we discussed today. Okay? Is DSA important for ML? I would say it's important for machine learning, because I would say it's important for machine learning, but if you want to sharpen your brain, then DSA is really great. Okay, but for specifically for machine learning, DSA is not important. Okay, Shalin Sir, DSA's mentor. Okay, I actually don't know him. Uh, so you can just search for him. It would be better, right? So that's it, guys. I think now we can end this session. If you have any queries, you can mention in the comment section, or you can actually connect me on LinkedIn. My LinkedIn handle is uh, what you can do is in the description my GitHub account is mentioned. Okay, so you can just go there and you can just go there and you can just search for this github.com/viraj014. Okay, you can just search for this github.com/viraj014. You'll get my GitHub account. You can follow me here. You can check out my projects also. A lot of projects I have created for beginners. Okay, so you can just check out these projects, and if you want to connect me, you can connect me on LinkedIn via this URL. Okay, so it would take you to my LinkedIn profile, right? So that's it for today. I will see you in the next one. Till then, have a good day. Bye bye.